Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. Now, in this episode, we're over at the Orc Camp in East Commons. Let's see, what is this guy doing? I don't know if he's pulling it to us as a favor to one of these guys, or if he's just passing through and he saw that we were having trouble. Go ahead and toss this on the scarab, kill it real quick. But the experience here is rather good. Oh crap. It's these roamers, man, they're all over the place. This is definitely not a great spot to pull to unless you got a pretty good group, a healer, a tank, and maybe a little bit of DPS. As you can see, there's just a lot of roamers around here. We're probably going to pick up that wolf. Back it off, help him out. Great, another lion coming. Or lioness. And I'm completely out of power. Now I still have my pet that can still do something, but for the most part... In fact, I'll send my pet up there. Another wolf right here. It's green. Now, if you're a caster, best bet is to sit around or near people that are in your group. If you're in a room, you're pretty safe. You don't have to worry about roamers. But if you're in a group like this, where there's roamers roaming around or just walking around all over the place, your best bet is to try to be as close to somebody else as possible. That way you don't take the aggro when something walks by. You know, somebody else does. Because you're a caster, 2 or 3 hits, you're dead. It doesn't really give a lot of time for the tank to get it off of you, to do a lot of stuff. So preferably, if you can, sit on the opposite side or in between 2 semi-tanks or tanks, you know, while you're doing this. Or sit right on top of the fight. Now, the problem with doing that is you're going to get area effects because you're that close. You'll also have a chance that if you still aggro, you'll get a few hits here and there, which will basically interrupt your medi. So that's something you need to kill. Oh crap, my pet's going to die. There we go. Now the camp is broken. Go ahead and loot all this stuff. Go back here and med up a little. Let's see, what did he say? Turn your DS will rock his world. Thanks, Nubs. So I guess Trent is probably a tweak. And it looks like he's inspecting the group, saying, or maybe, oh, he's giving them bandages. That's cool. And you got to see that Nubs is not even in our group. So he's just doing this out of the kindness of his hearts. Your bandage wound is like a heal. That's probably because he's like max level. Now I'm not quite sure what the repop on this one is. In fact, I'll make a little hot button for time, and we'll check it out to see how long in between fights. So let's go ahead and click it now, and the time for Earth time is 34 after. So we'll check, see when the majority of them pop back up. Here we go. Let's see, this guy's red to me, but... Oh, sweet. You got Breeze, so he's an enchanter. And Breeze is kind of like Clarity or KEI. At higher levels, they're called different things. I'm 19, crack anybody. So let's say thank you. Where the crack? Now that's referred to as crack because you have to have your fix, basically. At higher levels, you can kill things by yourself. And unfortunately, when you can't find groups, that's exactly what you have to do. Now, you can kill things a lot more enjoyable, I should say, because it's a lot faster if you have something that gives you more power faster. You can actually, you know, run around the creature to kite it, rather than having to pull it, root it, and then sit down and hope that it doesn't break root or things of that sort. So if you actually have Clarity or anything of those sorts, really just makes it go by so much faster. You're able to do, instead of 1 kill every 5 to 10 minutes, you're able to do 1 kill every 15. Oh, sorry, hold on a second. I didn't see what that was. Where did it go? Let's see what this is. Wow, that's nice. Wow. I don't know where that ring comes from, but it's a nice ring. 2 intelligence plus 10 mana. Basically, for every intelligence you have, or every wisdom, depending on what your stats are for your character. For like clerics, it's wisdom. Necros is intelligence. But for every one of those, every 1 point that you have, it gives you an extra 10 mana. So for 2 intelligence, I get an extra 20 mana, plus it gives me another one. So basically it has 3 intelligence on it. Let's go over here. I'll just tell him to check out. And I do want to give this guy a shout out. I mean, that's really, really nice that he's done that. It definitely helped out our character. As you can see, we don't have a whole lot that really does anything. It's just all cloth, really, and we just started, so let's get this lioness before it gets us. And that was my fault, getting a little bit too much aggro by casting the spells too quickly. There we go. Man, we're rocking this place with all these people helping out. Go ahead and help this guy out. Now you can see that some of these other classes can pull, and it's not because the class per se is really good at tanking. It's because some of them have really, really good armor on. They've what they refer to as twinked out their guy, which is basically they have a higher level guy or a higher level friend who's given them a whole bunch of really, really good stuff that they probably shouldn't or wouldn't have until like level 50 or 60 or whatever the max is at the moment. And so therefore they're able to tank things that they would never ever be able to do otherwise. AC makes a huge deal in this game. The higher the AC, the less you take hits. Tanks, you know, or people who can wear plate armor will have a really, really good AC, whereas the rest of us won't. Let's see, what is your main, what class? Enchanter, sweet, helping out some fellow enchanter. It's been fun so far. I want a free spell, that's cool. How could I say no? See what I mean? I mean, it's just a great bunch of people. These people don't know any of these other people as far as I can tell, but they're just helping each other out because, you know, maybe somebody did that for them, or they just have it in themselves to, oh man, this is gonna suck for him. No, don't die. Let's get it off of him. There we go. Let's back this guy up. Back it up, back it up. Ah, cool, he got it off. Okay, I'm gonna cast my pet again. That was a very, very bad pull. Oh, we get the weaponsmith. Let's sit in. Oh, I'm dead. Every time I cast my pet, I use bone chips, so even though I have the power to do this, I don't do it willy-nilly. I'm not doing it for just no reason. Send my pet off to attack. I'm actually trying to take this guy out, but it's not really working that well. Go ahead and heal myself a little bit. And I'm not really worried about using power at this point. Just want to kill these things so that we're not on the verge of dying, just in case we get jumped by another creature. Also, I have clarity on, so I'm gonna recuperate rather quickly, which is what I was trying to talk about earlier before I got interrupted, in a good way, you know, because I got a ring out of it, which is really, really nice. As you can see, there it is again. I'll show you guys one more time, as well as now my stats. So that's really, really cool. Go ahead and toss this on him. Should kill him. 1% left. Hold on a second, guys. I'll just tell him to send a till. Man, it's hard to see how many eyes he has in his name. Hope that's spelled right. Actually, it's easier to see his name over his head than it is over here in the left-hand corner. It all gets blurred together so small. And of course, I'm playing this on a 70-inch TV at a resolution of 1920 by 1080, so that's probably another reason why it's not so easy. I'll let them work it out. Now there's one. Let's see, I'll let him pull him back. He got better armor than I do, plus I'm trying to break my habit of pulling. For those of you who watched some of my earlier videos, it's not easy. I'm very used to pooling, as I was a tank in my other life. So I have that instinct to not sit still. Wait for him to steal some. Aggro, on the other hand, is something I am not familiar with being afraid of getting. My cleric never really ever stole aggro. I mean, that was never a huge deal, as long as it didn't heal somebody like right off the bat from pulling in a huge pool or something along those lines. I didn't have to worry about that. Whereas with my tank, that was my job, to keep aggro. So this is kind of a new experience for me. Oh great, we got lionesses, 2 of them. Let's go ahead and attack one of these, get it off of this guy. There we go. Shadow Wolf is going to get us as well. Shield of Lava. That's kind of cool. Got a little damage shield on, didn't even realize it. Don't be afraid to loot up, guys. Most people who have twinks or alts don't really care about this low-level stuff. It's more trouble for them to pick it up and take up inventory slots than it is for the rest of us. So they're just leave it there for anybody who wants it. Now, if you're being too greedy, somebody will say something. I'll pick up that one. The other one's just, in fact, I'm not sure what the other one's used for, but it's no trade. Let's look at this one. Now, these belts are supposed to be for a quest inside of Freeport. I haven't been able to do that one because I'm not welcome inside that city, to my knowledge. But I will create another character. Maybe bring my cleric over here and try it. See if we can turn it in. See what kind of experience you get from it, how hard it is, and whatnot. Obviously, you have to be able to kill these creatures before you can get those belts, unless you have a lot of money to buy them. But oh well.